Compared to Ford's other powertrains, this powertrain struggles to sell, so we're going to try to find out in today's video why that's the case. I'll include a link to the Young Ford Ogden's website in the description down below. I'll also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. The powertrain in question is the PowerBoost. It's a twin-turbo 3.5-liter V6 that goes through a 10-speed. It's paired to a hybrid system. EPA rates it at 22 around town, 24 on the highway. Power outputs are 430 horsepower and then 570 pound-feet of torque. Now, upon initial release, this powertrain did have some issues, but I've been told by several people that the issues have been worked out. So that could be a good argument as to why this powertrain isn't selling as well, but I don't think that explains the full story. Before we move forward, I want to mention I'm trying to hit 500,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I'd really appreciate it if you'd help out with that. I think the real reason why people are voting this is the giant PowerBoost badge. Just kidding. Now, one real reason could be the fact that it's a $1,900 option. People might not want to spend the extra money. But that $1,900 does give you a bunch of outlets in the bed, so it's kind of a good value. Now, another potential reason could be the payload, 1,307 pounds, so this is a bit less compared to other F-150s. And this is heavier too, so 7,400 pound gross vehicle weight rating, which if you subtract the payload means that this vehicle weighs over 6,000 pounds. So that does mean that this vehicle is not only heavier, but can haul less stuff. So let's take it out, drive it, and try to get to the bottom of this. Now, another nice benefit of the PowerBoost, the engine just kicked on. It's 102 degrees outside, but I started up the truck and, well, it didn't start up the engine right away because it had enough juice in the battery for a moment to run the air conditioning in the air-conditioned seat. But yeah, that is a benefit of hybrids, is you get a little bit of extra power there to run your AC and everything. And it is nice because a lot of vehicles nowadays are equipped with auto stop start. You can obviously disable it in a lot of vehicles, but when you have a vehicle that has auto stop start and no hybrid, right, because hybrid is kind of like OP auto stop start, right, is one way you could look at it. Anyways, it'll basically pull back on the AC. That's what I've noticed. Like, you'll notice it'll be like if you have full blast and then your vehicle at the red light does the auto stop start, then all of a sudden it's going like half because the battery only has so much juice. But the hybrid battery being a lot larger, you know, it's most of these hybrids are usually, for a standard hybrid, about a 1 kilowatt-hour battery pack, roughly, is what most manufacturers do. Then it helps out quite a bit. I will say the fan is quite noisy. Got to keep the battery cool, especially when it's hot outside today. Again, 102 degrees today. So we'll see how this performs. Of course, there's a sticker right in the way. And the version that I'm using, by the way, is a Lariat. So you can get this PowerBoost in a bunch of packages. I most commonly see it Lariat, XLT, and then Platinum when I look at dealer lots and inventory. So I picked the Lariat because it's kind of in between. Now, the nice thing about that is so creaky. Ford needs to like fix their plastic stuff. Anyways, stop it. You get lots of torque right off the bat, which is very appealing in my opinion. And that's one of the nice things about hybrids versus a standard ICE car. Now, if you get the regular EcoBoost, right, you're not going to have that instant get up and go. It's got to spool the turbos a little bit. But if you get the 5.0 V8, it's pretty instant with the response. And I'd say that a hybrid turbo V6 like this feels about as responsive as a V8 off the line. So you kind of get the best of both worlds in terms of the economy of a turbo engine, but then you get the responsiveness of a V8, and then you get more power than both. You get low end, pretty good top end too. Although turbo V6s on the very top end tend to kind of taper off a little bit. Something that I've noticed over the years testing a bunch of different turbo V6s. This is not related to the powertrain, but the seats in the Lariat are very comfortable. I'd say it's pretty luxe. luxury truck in a lot of ways. Sound insulation is pretty good too. So the engine's off right now, so it's silent. It's kind of peaceful, and again, AC still blowing, AC seats still going. There's no cut in power with those systems, which again I think is a nice thing with hybrids. If you're going to not have your auto stop start off, because some people just do, like I said, some people just do that. They just go auto stop start, gone. Don't need that. And the braking's not weird. So when hybrids first came out, braking was kind of, the brake pedal would just feel kind of this weird, I mean, it depends on the car, but a lot more, it's weird kind of spongy feel almost. So this is nice, where it's just it's a consistent kind of linear type progression with the braking feel. And I love the torque. Again, 570 pound-feet of torque. The standard EcoBoost produces 70 pound-feet less. 500 pound-feet still a lot, but with this you get right off the bat, cool, right off the bat you get 70 pound-feet, like 0 RPMs, and then the turbo starts spooling, and then the extra 500 comes in, and it comes in at a relatively low RPM range, so you've got more than enough torque with this powertrain. And I should have mentioned this in walk around, but you don't lose, like this is a Lariat, you've got the 4-wheel drive auto, so it's not like the hybrid doesn't allow you to have the advanced 4-wheel drive system. So you still get the 4-wheel drive auto with it, still get 2-speed transfer case, it still has all the truck stuff. You know, in terms of the packaging feature wise, like you don't lose any features with the hybrid. You have all the same features that you have with another F-150 Lariat. So kind of like what Ford did with the Lightning, where they make the vehicle with a different powertrain very similar to the regular F-150, so that people don't feel like they're losing a massive amount. Also unrelated to the powertrain, Ford's leaf spring setup is so good. Like just driving around, this is super comfortable. Go over bumps and everything, it just does a really good job with the dampening. It's quite impressive. Should have a clearing, well, if these guys are turning, I'll have to wait for them to go first and then we'll go. Okay, should be good to finally get out. It's a weird right turn. This has so much power, it's really good. So, is the PowerBoost worth it? Why are people avoiding it? Is the PowerBoost worth it? I think it depends. If you keep your truck stock, the extra fuel economy is nice. Now, I wouldn't look at it as like a save you money type thing. I look at it more as, actually, before I make this point, I want to see, because I've got 24 miles of range. I gotta figure out, I'm so stupid sometimes. I gotta figure out where this is. I can't remember on Ford. This is embarrassing, guys. Anyways, I can't remember if this has a bigger fuel tank or not than a regular F-150. Because if it has the same size of fuel tank, then that's a win. But if it has a smaller, because the regular F-150, you can get up to like a 36 gallon, which is huge. So you get tons of driving range. So here, I'll just look it up quickly and let you guys know. I was right. This has a 30.6 and the EcoBoost has a 36. So even if you do get better fuel economy in this, your overall driving range is going to be unchanged. This is why the PowerBoost isn't selling. I think people are concerned about the reliability based on what happened early on. And so it's going to take time for Ford to earn people's trust again with the hybrid system. You get better fuel economy, but you don't get any better range. Pickup truck buyers do care about fuel economy to an extent. Like, they don't want to get 2 miles per gallon. But like, if it's the difference between your truck getting 17 and 18, right? Because the regular EcoBoost still gets 24 on the highway, 16 around town. So 6 miles per gallon less around town, you know, that's a big difference, but most pickup truck buyers probably won't care. What they'll care about is how far can I go on a tank, and that doesn't change. So I think for the average pickup truck buyer, they go, okay, more complexity, no more fuel range, and it's more expensive. I think that it kind of leads them to go, yeah, I'm not really interested. I would rather just get a regular, you save myself the money, get a regular EcoBoost, get the same fuel range, get slightly worse fuel economy, but I don't care because I'm driving a pickup truck. I'm driving a vehicle that's over 5,000 pounds, so like it's not going to get good fuel economy anyways. So it's kind of weird because Toyota sells more hybrids than non-hybrids, but Ford is kind of the opposite, and I wonder if that'll shift down the road, but that's kind of the case for now. Let me know what you guys think about the PowerBoost.